Well, hello. I'm having some issues here. I don't understand why I can hear the sound in my ear of the music that's going out, but you guys cannot. So we'll turn on that volume here. As far as I know, we can't. Oh, that's pretty loud. I was trying to monitor, and then now I hear myself screaming through, so I know my voice is working. Yeah. So welcome to Simulator Sundays. We are we literally, as soon as I hit go live, somebody goes, oops, I made engines disappear. So I had to go get those for them. Try to get back here all in the nick of time. Get things going here. Trying to see why going on with the music here. And yeah, everything's going out. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why it's not going through. So we'll work on that later. Again, I hear it in my ears, so I'm not sure what's going on here in the thing. But Hagen, what's going on, man? You saw CSX 911 yesterday for the third time. Yes, that's pretty cool. Hello, Nick. Okay, so what are we doing today? So we're in the BNSF Porphyry yard, which is in Corona, California, in Riverside County, where all the fires are going on right now. Currently 103 degrees right here, by the way. And we have the local, I got R-CAL0171. I spent the last hour putting it together so I can get out of here. It's a little long, but it is ready to go. Whoops. These are the REP cars that need to come over there. And then we got some 141s ready to go as well. So if, both sets of these are 141s, but all these REP cars here, they're Republic bag, I think it is, that are going here. They got to take them a different way, so I don't have them connected. But 171 is ready to go. I did get a -9 here in case I needed some more power for these poor little local guys. These are ST45, so they should have plenty of power. If I look at my HPT, I'm at 1.1. So while it ain't the greatest, it also ain't the worst. So yeah. All right. So we got a couple things to do before we hit the road. I already have the train aired up, as you can hear from the EOT here. And so we'll perform a brake test here. We have no DPU on the back. Well, I guess I already have 10 pounds in, so I started to perform the brake test, and I never released it. So let's take a look at that, see if it charges up. Let me get back to the front of the engines here. I believe I have everything open. Yep. All right, so let's get in the cab here, get our stuff ready. I don't know why I always hit that sand. So parking brakes are off. Basically waiting for 85 to come down. I do have the independent brakes on. Let me turn on my lights to dim. Mr. George, how you doing? Welcome. Waiting to see if the chat's coming on too. I don't know if it is or not. It's like, what the hell is going on here today? Is it popping up for you guys? Because I haven't seen anything. So let me just throw a hello out there and see if it fires in there. Watching here. I'm not seeing anything pop up on there. You know, that's the weird thing about when you do the streaming stuff, that, you know, everything doesn't always tend to work out the way that get everything ready, you test, and everything was ready ahead of time, and all of a sudden now, not so much. Get this stuff in here. And let me go here. Now it's the same one. Be coming through the bottom or something? Yeah. Yeah, so it comes up in the bottom. Okay. That's why we weren't seeing it. Okay. So I made it a lot bigger now, as you can see. It was actually chat before was kind of small. I'm still playing with it. It's not perfect. Try not to take up too much of the space here. So now apparently it's just too high. There's a little tiny line that shows up somewhere like right in here, and I don't know how to get rid of that. I've made sure it's got none of that. So I don't know. I just work here. So we are going to get this thing on the road. We got 90 pounds on the rear now. So if I go back here, I can click on the car. We have 90. Go back in the cab here. And we're in Porphyry again, so oh yeah. Well, why wouldn't got logged out of the depot? So let me log back in there. San Bernardino. There's Prado. Okay, so we're on page 6. We're on page 6 right there of the maps on the depot server. And we're kind of like we're hanging out. We're right here at the little edge of this lead, and we're going to come out and go this way. So we're going to first stop is Brooker's Mill. Then we have the Carpenter Company. We don't have anything for CLW, which is an opposite drop there, but we do have for East and then RHS. Problem is we have way too many cars, but I believe that by the time we get here, I mean, I have 2,900 feet now. This siding's 1725. I'm going to put a bunch of RHS here and potentially some, I don't know how many of these will be able to fit in this siding here, but we're going to find out. But I got a bunch of cars and probably more than we need. So, I am labeled for a local. The last cars in the consist is RHS, so the very last ones is the Brooker's Mill. So I've already spent the time to put these in the order of drop-offs since we're going to be on the main line. And we're running with that 1.41, I'm sorry, the 1.1 horsepower per ton. So I do not need that -9. Do not need it. Looks like Nick jumped in the conductor spot with me, so welcome. Got the bright lights on. We've already done a brake check. There's Nick waving to him now. So let's get it in gear and let's get on this road. All right, wait for the engine to come up. We're on a grade here. And with as much weight that we have on here, I'm going to come off on the independent now a little bit. I was waiting for the engine to spin up here. So you can see we're starting to roll a little bit forward. Independent brakes off. We do have movement on the rear end. We are now moving. I'd open this, but you know, it's 103 out. So let's leave that closed and let's make sure the air conditioner's on. I think Nick's pretty comfortable over there. He's not sweating. And we're in notch 3. We do have a speed restriction because we're leaving the yard 15 miles an hour. Let's take a look at, I'm going to zoom in here to where we are. Right here, we'll be coming out somewhere in here. And we want this track actually first. Our first drop off is going to be over at the Brookhurst Mill, which is just before Arlington. So I'm going to request this block here so the auto doesn't route me on the wrong track. I am going to have to wait till I come out in the main line, though. Otherwise, he's just going to yell at me to contact him as I get to the next control point. Next control point is over there a little further away. So we'll just hold on to our pants here. Hope everybody had a great week. It has been hot, SoCal. Everybody knows that. We've got a number of fires that are not a threat to myself. They are a threat to my brother and way to my mom's house. Some of you know my father passed away here in March. So I go over there quite often now to make sure that she has everything she needs and, you know, do all the things that he would have done if he was still here. And so the path to her house, I can still get there, but it's going to take me about 3 times as long. And it's normally an hour to get there. So there's so many different, there's like 5 different, well, no, there's 4 different ways to get there and 3 of them are blocked. So we're not really going anywhere today. Except answering wee-woos. This does seem a little slow, but again, we don't want to break knuckles. We got 70,000 pounds on them. Feet up here. Let's check. We don't have any inbounds here. We hit F1. I think Nick's already up there. I'm looking for him. I don't see him yet. Yep. Is that? Yep, there I see him. I see movement. So he's going to throw that switch there to the main as we get closer. We're still a little ways away. I mean, you can go ahead and open it now. By the time you hear this, we'll be a lot closer. So the thing with my blue windshield wipers, by the way. So this is the SD40 Pack 2. I've opened a support ticket with the Run 8 developer, and he gave me a few things to try, and I've already done those. As you see, they're still blue. I went so far as to reinstall my game into a separate directory because, you know, I have enhancements, but just for the sake of trying to figure out what the problem is, I went ahead and just basically installed Run 8 fresh onto a new installation directory, installed this engine pack, and they still were blue. I was like, what the hell? So I don't know if I have an older installer or not. I know I bought it like a long time ago, like right after version 2, or correction, version 3 was released, but it was still the version 2 pack. So as we roll out from the yard to the main line here, I'm going to set a counter down so that we know when we can come back and throw this switch. Oh, why is it not? How can I not type? I'm hit. Oh. Weird. So I was trying to type and I was trying to hit tab and it wouldn't let me do anything. So I got a distance counter at just a hair under 3,000. And our control point is up here. I'm going to wait till I get to this detector and then I'll contact the dispatcher. What part's neat? What did I say? What did I miss? .3. This is not going to be a long trip, by the way. I mean, we got to go, no more than from Corona to the east side of Riverside. That east side? North side? It's 10 miles. Oh, you never seen that? The windows and the doors open too. And then you hold shift to close them. If you have run 8. Problem is, it's too hot. I think, thought there was a thing up here to move the windshield wipers. I know I can move them. Forgot what it does. I forgot how to do it, but I don't need them on anyways. They're dry. We just squeak and make all sorts of nasty noise. We got 2,000. I didn't hear the detector. Maybe because we didn't hit the first one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let's contact our dispatcher. I know we're coming his way. We want that specific destination. At first, I read that as awkward when it said acknowledge. Be hilarious. If you go like, hey, I need to go over here specifically, like awkward. All right, got a green signal. We do have just under 1,800 feet behind me to clear that switch. So there's been a quite a boom of people on the server. We're on the Mateo Community server again, by the way. I put that in the thumbnail. I now have a indication of which server I'm streaming from. Yeah, quite a boom. So the work has been going quite fast, and a new Barstow Yardmaster that's literally shoving out cars as quick as they're arriving. So been pretty busy around here. Took a couple days off so I can do other things and returned doing, basically I sorted this yard yesterday while I was watching the UFC and then came in today around noon, so about 4 hours ago, and I started shuffling these cars for this load. So it took me 4 hours to get them. Well, I was somewhat doing them because I was also doing a couple other things at the same time, multitasking. But yeah, we ended up getting everything ready like in the nick of time, and now we're off. So basically about 6 or 7 hours worth of work to get to this point here where we're at now. I'm at 1,000 feet to go. As soon as we get close to that 0, I'll slow down, and that way we can wait for our conductor to get back on board. You know, he's got 5,000 or 8. What I say we were at? 3,000 feet to walk, so like 3/4, more than half a mile, less than 3/4. Well, no, it's about 2/3 of a mile, I guess. 3,000 feet of 552. So he's got a ways to walk, but he's going to close that switch behind us, and then we can get out of here. He'll probably close it before I even get to 0 because I set it further down the line, and that's fine. And plus, he's just gonna appear here anyways. All of a sudden, wham! There he is. He's not gonna actually walk the train length, but it's a simulator, so we'll simulate it. So we got about almost 5 cars to go here. I do, for you guys watching on TV, you can do whatever you want. How do you like the way that the text, the on-screen text is there for the chat? Because I keep making adjustments to it. It was kind of small before, and right now, trying to get the channel icon larger, and it just won't do it. Currently at 64 pixels. Oh, see, I stopped too much there. Try not to bust a knuckle. It's coming up. We're moving. It's just slow. Sorry, Nick. Got about 5 cars, he says. Do me a favor. Put that actually, if you're going to do that, type it in the actual server chat so that I see it sooner than, because it's really delayed. Well, 8-9 seconds delayed through the stream here, because it shows me at 290 now. And let's see. Trying something here. I got badges. 200 feet to go. Multitasking. Channel name. Maybe that's where it is. If I do 36 on that, so let's lower that. 36. Messages. 32. 150. And what I'm looking for is, I'm looking at like the actual code or the banners here. As I'm at 100 feet, they should be pretty good here. 1.2 miles an hour, so I'm not going to hit the brakes yet. Actually going to speed up a little bit because I'm almost dead in the water here. Okay, so that's the text message. Channel name. Clear to switch. Mainline set to normal. Thank you much. So we'll come to a nice stop and let them get here. Nick Snyder, how are you doing? Oh, there is no size for the badges. Oh, that's what it is. All right, let's this. Change this. Rolling backwards a little bit. Avatars, there we go. What if I bump this up to go 60 and see what that does there? It makes it a little bigger, but not much. That's a little bit easier to read, I think. I need to reverse it so it comes, at the top, and then, well, no, because then it will keep, I don't know. Need to make how tall it is different. All right. So we're waiting for him to get up here, and then we'll get on the road. Here he comes. He's doing a walk down the train there. Good conductor. All right, he's in with us, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and ramp her up a little bit. Yeah, these are SD45s, by the way. Coming off the independent brake right now. Now we got to try to get her up this hill, and we are moving. I got acknowledgement that the rear of the train is moving. I set my counter about 30 feet too late from where the actual switch was, but that's fine. So this is what we're dealing with here. We have the ST40 TAC2s. Lead unit being BNSF 5659. We have quite a number of cars behind us. We're at HPT 1.1. We're 6664 tons with 48 loads. And almost 3,000 feet, so 2957. Our first stop is about 3 miles, which is going to be the Brookhurst Mill. You ask about flared radiators. Let's take a look. What we got here? Nope. Not a little bit. Like by the diesel. Prime mover. And then I do have enhancements so that they look worn. You know, they're weathered. This one's not as much, but you can still see the weathering on it. See the grease down there? Oh yeah, look how see the drips from the AC. Some rust there on the fans for the air conditioner. Got some sun damage up here, some water damage from it raining and sitting. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Same thing with some of the cars. I've got some enhancements on the cars. Now, when I updated to update 9, I know that some of my sounds disappeared. But some of my cars did as well. I think, I'm not sure, because I had more graffitied cars. So Reefers definitely had it on. I don't know what all the cars were. I have to go through and look again, see what I want to add, but well, this isn't a very fast run, not with 1.1. And if we look at our grade is 0.3 up. So and what am I on, notch 7 right now? 6. Right there. Nick's over there taking a nap now. Waiting for it to hit the fan. What happened? So this local, by the way, in the job board on the Mateo server, when I post jobs for locals, I literally recycle them. So when it's the cycle goes, go get the pickups from the customers, bring them back. If you can set them, if there's no supply train there, then just set them up for an outbound and get them out of here. You know, we'll set a job for the outbound side. If there is a supply train there, you know, basically we need to put those cars somewhere so we can get them ready for an outbound. We may even do it where they come from some of my other yards and stop by and pick up loads on the way towards Barstow. But everything from the San Bernardino sub goes to Barstow. And they'll go get from customers, bring back, prepare outbound, take the supply train whenever it arrives, switch them however you determine that you need to, flat switch them, don't switch them, whatever you want to do, get them ready for delivery, take them and deliver them. Once you've delivered those cars, the job can be concluded. and then I delete it and put the same thing back in. So that's how the local jobs work on the Mateo server for the locals. As far as the road trains, those work a little bit differently because oftentimes we'll do, hey, take this, stop by here, look to see, grab, and go. If you need more power, take more power. But, you know, you got to keep it kind of in a realistic sense. Now, in these engines, I have to hit the bell manually, by the way. On the larger ones, when you honk the horn, the bell comes on automatically. But in these guys, on the 45s, 40s, they do not. You actually have to turn on the bell as well. And the way I do it, I usually, so if you're under, there is some rule that I've read. If you're under 40 miles an hour, then at the whistle board, you enable the bell. And then the engineer determines to do his sequence prior to the crossing, you know, so that when you're doing the last long once you're going through the crossing. So that's what I try to remember, and that's how I try to do it. Because this is a simulator, not a dovetail game. Although there's nothing wrong with dovetail games. Nothing wrong. I grew up on them too. Now I'm a big boy though. Big boy playing the Big Run 8 game. It is quite a difference. Being told what to do and then having to figure out what you can do. It's two different games. And we're 56, 59, and that's UP anyways, but I got to keep an eye on my engine number. UP can't get around. I wonder where he's at. Not here, not in our sub. All right, now if we look at the map here, yeah, he is a conductor. That's Nick. He threw the switch for the main line for me. Up, by the way, NM. And Kurt, how you doing? So on the map here, you have no engine sounds at all. Yeah, I don't see any. That was okay. That's why the music wasn't coming out before. All right. So all you hear is me. So let me go here. Why is... So still no audio there. See, again, I did nothing different than I ever do. So nothing. No sound. Interesting. Okay. Let me try it a different way. Settings. Let me get rid of the map there while I'm trying to figure this out. Desktop audio. Oh, I wonder if there wasn't a god dang Windows update. Speakers, properties. No? Okay, that's odd because Everything here is indicating normal, except for yeah, the birds were singing before. So you can't hear the whistle there, right? No, because it would tell me. It'd tell me that. Yeah, updates. I told them I don't want to update though, so. So I just don't know. Okay, so let me do this. Let me at least pipe some music through. See, there's nothing coming through the audio. It is automatic, but you can still tell it no. Yeah, because when I first started, I was playing music and but I didn't see anything coming through, and I was like, what in the hell? All right, so let me look here. Audio is that. Desktop. So if I do that, nothing still. Yeah, I'm literally seeing nothing coming through on the audio side. Disabled. Let's see, apply. And then. So now you hear stuff. Yeah. All I did was disable it and re-enable it. So I don't know what happened, but I can see everything now. I can see it's coming through. So doesn't make sense. I disabled it and re-enabled it and boom. But yeah, I said that at the beginning. I had music going. I'm like, wait, just the music isn't coming through because I could hear myself, but yeah. Sorry about that. I had no idea. You're welcome. Yeah, so now you just hear the whine of the engines. And of course the bells and all that. And we can celebrate this right here. We'll change the setup that we have here. We'll go outside. I don't know if you can hear it from outside though, but we'll go ahead and honk at her now. And we got the bra bell going. All right. You hear a whine? Yeah, there was definitely a whine there. What is this? No, I don't know what. Early 80s. Yeah, we'll do that one. I also have mechanical bell. Okay. I don't want the windows open. It's too hot out there. Yeah. He says, I think my wife's calling. Oh, no, it's not my wife. It's your horn. Had RJ make that for us. Or for me. And I shared it on the Discord for everybody. Okay, so now we're on track. Now we got sound. I can have music I've actually had people ask me not to put music on there, and that's fine because they like hearing the roar of the engines. No problem. I'll just do it in the beginning and the end. Not going to please everybody, but it is what it is. We'll leave that off. Let me monitor what I'm doing here. 15.5. Our track speed 50 miles an hour. HPT still is 1.1, so we're not going anywhere very fast. And we've gone over a couple crossings. They're in the well, anyways, this one is in the Discord, Mr. White, and it's under Run 8 Media. If you scroll up a couple days, it's there. I made this. I want to add more switches to it, or switches. I had them before, but of course the update changed it. Yeah, but it's there from a couple days ago. And I added the radio information on there and where the yards are that I know of. I don't know the UP yards, so where exactly they are. I just didn't spend enough time when I put this out because, you know, it wiped out the one that I had there before. Every time you do the update, it changes that, as well as my my GEVO sounds, and reverts them back. I was sent it was last Friday, or not this Friday, the one before Saturday. Well, it was only a week old or so. It's not too far. It's not very deep. So I'm coming up on the Metro Links. I think this is only this is La Sierra yard. Metro Link La Sierra. So we've only yeah, we've gone yep. We've gone 3 miles. We got 3 miles away from where we left. Just wanted to remember what the horn sounded like. The whistle. Okay, so I'm looking for the date. You guys probably already found it. Scrolling. Oh, you know what else? I normally run the BNSF, or not normally, last time I did, but now that we have sound, I'll turn that on. 621? No, it shouldn't be that far up. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a Run 8 dispatch. And the date of it is 7/6, so July 6th in the Run 8 dispatch. There's a zip file. And the reason there's a zip file is that way you can hang on to it and then it won't get overridden. And don't download the one that I put as an image, because then everything will be screwed up. It won't actually display anything because it's all, you know, that's not what the screen looks like. You want the one that's inside the zip file. You're very welcome. As we creep along here, now we can bring this back up, and we went from basically like right here and right here. We haven't hit the crossing yet. I mean, we've gone this far in 45 minutes. Well, not the whole 45 minutes, but yeah. I mean, it's a local. It's not gonna go fast. Just moving along. Slowly moving along. We're at 10 miles an hour. I guess I can notch up, but so I've got 2 more crossings. 2-level crossings, one at Tyler and one at a street that doesn't actually exist. Harrison Street, not as a crossing. And then we're gonna pass the Brookhurst Mill where we gotta stop and back. Turn around so we can see which way we're going here. There's the crossing up there. Cooling off, man. I don't know how it is. It's after 4, but it dropped 2 degrees already. 101 now. It's nice. So I saw the whistle board, hit the bell, and coming up on Tyler Street is the big mall off to the left. So it's a pretty busy street. The highway's to the left too, though, so most people get on the highway. But R-CAL Samurai 5150, yep, known as Bonsai. 110 in Texas. That don't sound good. California, so I'm right where we're at. I'm right here, virtually and in person. So yeah, but when I say it's 90 where I'm at, so it's 101 outside, and I'm 8 feet from outside. My area here is in the garage, so I got the garage door open. And it's literally 90 where I'm sitting right now, so. Yeah, Bakersfield. Look at that. Yeah, mountains right there. Yeah, it's hot. It's not going to be getting, I mean, we're in July, so at least it wasn't hot like it usually is up to this point. I know it's going to be hot for summer, July, August, September, but actually, it's been getting, every year has been getting a little more mild, because it was in the teens, so like 2019 or 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's been getting less and less every year. Even though we've had hot days, overall they haven't been too bad. But man, I remember 12 and 13, it was 18 or 118, 122. I had just come back from Afghanistan where it was that like a lot. And then what's supposed to and what actually happens are different, because I see the weather report like, oh, it's only going to be 101, and then you look at the thermometer actually measured and it's like 109. You're like, okay. But vice versa, it could be the opposite too. Uh-oh. I was just now thinking like, oh, should I go get that -9 that I left back there? But we're going to drop some of these cars right here, so we're going to get lighter as we go. Plus, we're dealing with a, 1.2 grade, so. Otto has a train behind us. Yep. Well, he's going to be waiting. It's Otto's fault. It's the LA to Chicago auto rack. It says, by the way, it says LAC to Chicago. I don't know why it would say LAC. I know why, because that's how they set it up in the AI spawns. But It shouldn't be coming from LAC. LAC is an intermodal, but it gives you the candy as it goes by, the eye candy. But we are in Notch 8, climbing this little bit of a hill here. They're right in front of us. Those silos is where we're going. Brookhurst Mill. And eventually, we're going to make it. Doing 7.7. Otto wants to put a train behind us. Not our problem. I'm going to go run up here and look and see where the next signal is, because I think I'm going to cancel. Yep, I'm going to cancel the route. That's an intermediate that I'm passing now. I'm going to wait till I pass that intermediate. And that way, maybe he'll reroute that other guy. I think eventually they will. I mean, you think about the routes, right? It takes so much time to well, I'm asking for the next sighting here because it won't let me cancel my route. But it does take a lot of time to put all this together and then test it and all that. But it's money, right? So who doesn't like money? And who doesn't? I mean, and we all know, those of us who have dealt with the folks at Run 8, they go out of their way to make sure their customers, you know, are pretty happy. You know, obviously you can't make everybody happy, but they're proud of their product. That's why we play it and why we like it. But they do their best to support their product at all the time. So if they have an ability to make more money, I mean, they're going to do it. And good for them, because they're not like Dovetail Games. That doesn't really, they just like the way it looks or whatever, but they don't really care about the customer. I mean, they can say they do, but look, they put out SimWorld 3 with the same bugs as SimWorld 2 had. So if they care about the customers, they wouldn't have charged you a premium price for a shitty product. Here we're coming up on our, so we are gonna, well, that's not me. I'm like, what? We're 56:59. Oh, the reason he put us behind us, by the way, is because you got an incoming. Got this guy headed to Watt. So he's gonna be stuck there for a little bit. Yeah. I mean, listen, also though, I'd love to have the San Diego route complete. I'd also like to have, if we look, this portion right here, this streeter, if they fix that and finished it, it goes to LA, that would be good too, because they actually use this. This gets used by UP. So that needs to be fixed. Having a Yuma sub would be nice, because then that's how you get to Phoenix. It goes through Palm Springs and Beaumont and all that, and then, or Beaumont, Palm Springs, and down to Yuma. And then the San Diego, like I said, you go through Orange County, through the Orange sub, in the San Diego sub. So you can go down to Orange County that way, down to Mexico. And then, you know, if they ever want to do international, they can, you know, connect that, the Mexican train system to ours. All right, Nick's already there, but I got a counter kind of going. I didn't really do too much. Come off the gas a little bit. I do have a crossing up here, so I got to pay attention to that. I'll be looking for Nick's in the text chat above me. I mean, 2013, man, that was 10 years ago. So they announced it, but they've moved on, obviously. and did Roseville instead. So who knows? I mean, and I don't know when they actually did Baker's, you know, Fresno, Calawa. But it wasn't released that long ago. Or 2 years, maybe? I could be way off, though, as far as I remember. I don't know. Yeah, they probably wanted everybody to buy version 3 first, and then, oh, here's our first major thing, which makes sense from a business standpoint. May have slowed down a little too much. I was doing 12, but you know, getting up to, oh, and my wheels are slipping. Getting up to speed is just as hard as getting down to speed, by the way. So if I try to use these little locomotives, little-ish locomotives to slow us down, I might have a problem. Now, is that going to be Run 8 Studios that does that one, or is it going to be Highball? Or not Highball, High Rail, the ones that do TSX on the East Coast. I'll try to stop, okay. I'm gonna try to stop shy of this siding, or this crossing. Come to the very back here and see what we got. Nick would tell me about 10 cars or so to go, maybe 12, so a dozen. So I am going to stop for that siding. Nine to go. I didn't do that, by the way. The rail driver did slow me down, but creeping up towards the signals, I wanted to keep it at 4, but they got 600 feet. I think I have less than that. Six cars. Yeah, we're gonna have to go into the crossing. But we're gonna be reversing over it, so that's fine. Could you imagine sitting there in that, well, yeah, you guys can, because you've done it before, so have I. Sitting there, and I live right off, this is the BNSF mainline. I live right off this line, right in this area we're at. 4 cars. But we don't normally, like UP has a few locals that go out that they're pretty dang slow. They end up going behind UCR. And they just go by slow. There's 3 tracks that go by my house, and then it goes over to 15. 1 car. Okay, got 1 car to go. Like Nick's having a problem with the switch. So what I did is I came in reverse so that auto will, so this switch won't throw at all, you're saying? Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to cycle auto. We're going to drop that light in front of them. Now we can come back. All right, let me turn on this and come on back. I'm going to post in the Discord that I've done that. I've got to use dynamic braking here because I don't have very many of these. Put some air on because I'm having a little bit of problem going downhill. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so now let me release the air. Come on back a little bit more. We'll take off the EOT now. We'll close the angle cock here and remove the EOT so it doesn't become a problem as I give her a little bit back. Looks like we got about 3 or so. It says 4. Got full dynamics on right now. See if we can get it stopped before we hit the bumper. That's pretty close. Pretty dang close. What do you say? You like that, Nick? Go ahead and set a couple. Go ahead and set a couple of handbrakes on those cars. About 3 handbrakes, I'd say, because of the weight distribution. And then I'm standing by up here on to well, let's go ahead and do a full 3-step. There, for those of you who don't know, here's a 3-step. I am in neutral. My independent brake is full. And I've turned off the generator field, so that way if I decide going full and give it gas, it shouldn't work, but it well, at least it's not sending power to the wheels. So I should have so you disconnected the air hose and open a coupler. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull forward now. I'm going to roll back, so I'm going to give her quite a bit of... See, I do have gen field back on. I'm in gear. I don't want 6. Rail driver, thank you. I want 5. So I'm going to come off slowly on the independent. Hopefully don't roll back too far. I am slowly moving forward, as you can see. It's not that I don't trust him. It's there's a little bit of delay, and then, you know, he's typing in chat as well. So typing that, there's a bit of a delay. If I knew he was going to be here, we probably could have done this on voice. And then there's not a time frame discrepancy there. You know, because you're backing in and somebody's like, okay, you got this, and then you got to stop. He's got to write it and send it and read it. And then you're like, by the time you hit something, Well, no, I mean, that's a good point though. And that's why I was bringing that up, is that I'd love to do it in voice, but this is the problem, is that I kind of do the same time every week, and you know, somebody shows up at the last second. There was no time to prepare because there's a lot of things I have to do. I don't want somebody in here that has a loud microphone or a lot of background noise, so I weed all that out ahead of time. And then Nick, so let me know when I'm clear of the switch, because the counter wouldn't work. The auto is still off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them back on now. F1. Okay, auto is back on. No, he wasn't late. I didn't know that he was gonna be working with me. So it won't let you throw that switch again. You can turn off auto. It should let you throw it now. That's for us. If not, you can turn off auto. Trying to clear the switch. And let me know when you get that switch closed. Well, actually, I think it is now, right? Okay, so while he's switch is closed. Excellent. Okay, I'll wait for you to get back up here as I get over here and hit escape. So now if we look, okay, got my brake on. I am in gear. I'm out of gear. I'm not going to go 3. I'm just going to leave that on. So, oh, he's back. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this thing started, because it's going to be a minute. So if we look again at the map here, we just dropped off that Brookhurst Mill, and the next run for us, let's see, Arlington is the next crossover at 15, milepost 15. We're going to right around 40, it's about a mile. And you're not getting a pay cut. You're doing good. And so there's a cut that we're gonna come off of the siding there. There's a siding that we're gonna come off the main, and you can hear the wheel spinning there. And the Carpenter Company. So that's where these oil tankers go. So we're gonna get a lot of cars off there. We're gonna drop a bunch of weight off of us. You get paid exactly what you're worth. I mean, you're getting paid though, right? I guess. And I don't know what kind of money that is. Probably the same amount I'm getting paid. Nada. I don't know if Mateo can afford us. Mateo, well, actually, it's Garrison that owns the server, so he has to pay, you know, his internet, and he got a new server and all that. Nobody paid him to do it, so anybody should have been paid should be Garrison. But he does it out of his the kindness of his heart. All right, we're on the road again. Those tankers all the way back there that we can sort of see. Let me go up higher. That's where we're dropping next. All these guys. You know what? I didn't put a damn... Gotta put a end of run or end of train if I can get it. Get that damn Mm-hmm. So there was an EOT on there. And then, wait, why does EOT keep coming off? See that? That's interesting. All right, I probably need to relinquish, but we're not going to do that now. Oh, you said it probably did the same thing. It went on there and it came off and went, I don't know. Might have to relinquish the train in order to do that. We'll deal without it right now. And here's my red. Okay, so we never really contacted Otto to see where we wanted to go. So we do need to stay on the same side and before Streeter. So if we look, it's after Arlington, so before West Riverside. So if I do that, we have a train coming, so we're gonna have to stop anyways. Yeah, we got this guy coming at us. What do you mean have patience? Quit freaking out. It ain't happy hour right now. Yeah, we'll do a roll by. Get out and watch him come by. The guy behind me is probably pissed too. I mean, he's coming right through my block. Why? I don't know why Otto gave him a signal if I'm in the block. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna try to stop for this bridge because fall through bridges. All right, get out and we'll wait here. Who's this? Mr. White. Mr. White's creeping up behind you. Get out. I think he wants to give you a candy bar or something. Everybody need to use the restroom? Now's a good time. Restroom might work. Where this guy is right now. We're here. The other dummy is oh, he's at the crossover now, so he's coming around. I don't know where this other one's at though. He's in our block. Auto routed him in our block. Looking for the signal. I see him down there. This should be this is the intermediate. What does he have here? So gonna let him go. Find the next one. See that one's not even lit. He's not at that other intermediate. So I don't know how. We're on an absolute. I don't see a train here yet. Says he's here. Should be right here. There he is. Coming around the corner. All right, it's a big Earl train. Here's our next stop, by the way. We almost made it. Going right over here. And we should be able to get all the tankers in there. It's gonna be close. Come up right behind Mr. White. Man, I'm a lot taller than you are. I'm like, hello! Looking through the Discord right now on the jobs. You know, I didn't put that I actually... Oh, that's 7-1. I said I was more sorting. Got our lights down dim. Now, Arlington's an actual street. Some of these streets aren't actually there. Like Mary Street's a bridge, though. I think. I don't know. Cridge isn't there either. All right. So here, yeah, Mr. White, Quincy White, right here. That's Mr. White. He's typing above you. I think once we drop those tankers, let's see, what do we get now? We're at 6. So we lost 1,000 tons. I'm sorry. Yeah, because we were at like 6,665 or something. And now we're at 5,667. About 1,000 tons. HPT came up 0.2. Down to 41 loads, so Mr. White's departing. There she comes. Oh, well, Royal fan. Could have ordered a pizza where it had been sitting here so long. Could have had Domino's deliver it. We're over by CP Arlington Domino's, milepost. Where are we at? Like 15.5 or something? I stopped smoking 13 years ago. Smoke and joke, and we'll just do the joking. Here she comes. Give her a wave when she goes by. Look at that, she's hauling. You can see her bouncing on the tracks and everything. All right, so I'm waving. Can't see me. There goes Nick is waving. Got an Earl train. That's not something you should be legally, by the way, but but Otto didn't want to get him out of the block. There she goes. All right. Back in my chair I go. I'm in gear. I'm going to go ahead and notch up a couple with the independent brake still on. Waiting for Otto to wake up. Take a look here. So we are getting a signal right now. And signal indication for ATSF 5659. Are you strapped in there, bud? Let's go. Coming off on the independent brake. I didn't notch up. My hand's not even near the power, but it's fine. Rail driver thought I needed another one. All right, burning bright, and we got our whistle out. Now I believe, R-CAL, how you go? Or how you doing? Now we're gonna, we got a level crossing coming up. And it's called Jackson on the map. So somewhere, so we got Jackson, then Jefferson, and then we'll need to cut off of the main, and we may have another issue with Otto here. We'll deal with that. My conductor here will get that switch. Zoom out a little bit is what I was trying to do. All right, and so we're right coming over this crossover here now at Arlington. We're going, next stop is here at Carpenter, so we're going to come off 2 crossings, cut off of the main. We're probably going to stick out quite a bit while we do that, so hopefully Otto routes this other guy around us. And not yet, he doesn't, because he didn't stop him at that signal. But he may stop us at that, actually he'll probably stop him at the signal we were just stopped at. All right, back in the train business. Jenner, what's going on, man? Farting woke you up. Supposed to snooze right through that stuff. Just breathe deeply. Which switch do we want? The one that we're going to be coming, so we want to pull off of the main, and the one on the way out. So both switches off the main we're going to need thrown, because we're too long. We have to go through and then back up. And then when we drop off the tankers, we may be long enough to throw both mains and let that train go by if he doesn't get routed around us. Maybe. Perhaps. All right, Jefferson's coming up. It's right after Jefferson. So he's got that switch for us already. We're going to go right through there and up and around and back over. Well, Jenner, if you stick here long enough, you're going to fall asleep, because, I mean, everybody falls asleep to my videos, including myself. crossing. We're through it. Okay, now we're going to be pulling off here. We'll see. I don't think we're not. There's no way we're clearing this thing. 1980 is the length, and we're at 25. So yeah, we're gonna come out the other end, and we'll throw that switch there and get us. We've got a bunch of tankers to drop, so I'll let him figure all that out and just tell me what I'm doing. The only thing I'll do is get out to make sure I don't hit nothing on the way back. I do have a copy of the train though, so if something were to happen, let me actually save it. Oh, I already saved it though. What are we? We're in R-CAL. Oh, R-CAL. Yeah, that's it. So I already saved it when I first grabbed it. I love Del Taco. A lot of people don't understand the Del Taco-ness. Like, I think their burgers, so I don't know, do you guys have bakers up there in Bakersfield? You have bakers as well? Just to be clear, I only eat out like once, maybe once a month. Well, that's okay. I mean, Taco Bell will enter the European market and then exit your butthole quickly. That's, you know, that's what everybody says. I never have a problem with Taco Bell. It's just not real Mexican food. It's owned by Pepsi Cola. But Del Taco, on the other hand, they merged with Noggles back in the 80s, and Noggles was a hamburger place. And so now you can go to Del Taco, you can get a hamburger, French fries, and like Mexican food, like, you know, burritos, tacos, all at the same place. So it's really good. And it tastes better, yeah. So anyways, I think that Del Taco's burgers are very similar to Baker's, which aren't that far off from In-N-Outs, by the way. They're not In-N-Out. Del Taco is definitely not an In-N-Out hamburger, but it's not that far off. I like both of them. Going to be slowing down here, talking about food. Right before the stream, I had dinner, and that was a homemade 20 cars. Had a homemade hamburger. Meaning that it was just a patty that I barbecued, and I didn't have it on bread though. I did it between some lettuce, bacon, tomato, onion, you know, all the American stuff. American. Yeah, I don't, you know, Sonic is okay. I never really, there was one I think in San Diego. As I said, I don't eat out very often, so it doesn't really matter to me. Anytime I do, it's, you know, that treat, if you will. 10 cars to go. I have a level crossing coming up here. I mean, both my wife and I are you know, really good cooks, as I mentioned before, for those that were here. So we just really like to spend our money on the ingredients and not having to. Nice every once in a while to have somebody else make it for you, if you will. Like, you know, you go get something. What I really like is gyros, but to get real gyros, you can go to Arby's has them, and they're pretty good. I like the lamb ones. Cheese pads. What the heck's a cheese pad? 6 cars. Let's see. I see the end of the process coming through now, the switch, their mainline switch. So if you want to close that, you can close that. Back end's clear. The main line, how many to the switch to back? I try to go to notch 4 there. So, hello Train Sim World TS. 10 cars ago. I am, oh, cheese slices, okay. I am departing from the Porphyry yard, BNSF Porphyry in Corona, California. And we are roughly 4 miles, 5 miles from there. 6 miles maybe. We started an hour and a half ago. I had 1.1 HPT coming out. Four cars to go. So we're in the Riverside area here. Like downtown almost. Arlington, La Sierra-ish, Van Buren. Few cars. Let's start slowing down here. I don't want to slow down too much. I want to get those cars past that switch. That's good. That'll do right there, he says. Coming to a stop. All right, so he's going to line us up and we're going to come on back. I'm going to turn off my headlight to dim since I'm no longer on the main line. Well, no, I am on the main line. Yes, I know my routing will be canceled. Okay, coming back. So this, because of the delays, I'm going to come back here, fly through the air. And I'll only stop if he doesn't tell me to stop. So I'll let him tell me what to do, and then I'll just be there ready to do what I need to do to not crash the server. No, NM, he loves derails. He loves seeing me derail. He encourages it. Doesn't jinx it. He's always talking about derails. Want to give our fans what they want, right? All right, I'm going to start working my dynos here. We got a flagman on the rear, so we don't worry about that crossing there. Oh, it happens a lot. Especially when I'm streaming pulling into Porphyry. And I forget to throw the switch in front of me, and I do, and it's 50 miles an hour right there by the Amtrak station, by the Metrolink station. Hit that switch at 50, you'll see the whole train disappear as it falls off the rails. 10 cars to go, he said, and that was a few ago. Five cars. Sounding good. Just getting the overview here. Like I said, because I don't want to, if I crash into that bumper there's a chance the server could just die. So 3 cars. When he tells me to stop, I'm stopping. Come off the dynamics a little bit. Going a little too slow. Okay, fine. We'll come all the way off of them. And back on him. One car left. Okay, going to notch 8 for ramming speed. That'll be good right there. Okay, coming on the brakes. All right, I'm on the brakes, out of gear. I'm on the 3. As you almost get yanked off the cars there. And we'll let him conduct. Again, he's not in voice, so we will just sit here and wait to be told what we're doing next. We're just hovering here for safety with our drone camera. So because we're a track mobile, right? Oh, you want me to push? You want to slack? Coming off the slack here. Looks like that guy did get routed around us. All right, coming on the slack. That should be good. Got to throw handbrakes on those cars. All right, let's take a look at the main here. All right, he is definitely going around us. That's good. So the track mobiles are for industries that service themselves, and then they take cars to an interchange or a siding that is serviced, right? This really isn't one of those. This is a local that's being run that BNSF would come pick up. So this one wouldn't be. There are, over by the Colton Crossing in real life, there is some, it's like grain mills or something there. I don't know exactly what they are. On the UP side, I literally in real life have seen them there. I needed to go take my drone over there and fly it around there so you guys could see what I'm talking about. That'll come out in a video at some point. Gotta have you guys keep coming back to watch more stuff. And how else is he gonna fall asleep? Got 2 cars, you said. AI, guys. All right, that's good right there. Coming down on the brakes. Yeah, the auto racks have graffiti on them. Some of them. Yeah, see how he's riding on it? So he's typing, you know, good to push back. That's why I'm sitting here. Coming on back. So I'm pushing back. Good for how many? So when you say come on back, you know, the first thing you should do, which I learned recently, is come back. You're good for 5. You're good for 10. Whatever. Good for 10. Just so I know how much speed to get up and stuff. So if you're doing that in voice, that's how the best way to do it. You know, come on back, good for 10, or you cleared 20. No. So CMX and Riverside Cement, they have their own like SD40s because they actually go up a line to get, or they might be Jeep 38s by the way. Even they actually go down 5 cars. They go down a ways so that they can pick up rock and stuff. So they don't even have those. This is like just a little place that's over by the old Colton yard. 3 cars. All right, let me give myself some dynamics here so we can get her slowed down. 1 car left, full dynamics. Not really slowing down as much as I want, so I'm down. There we go. That's good right there. Okay, full independence and waiting to come to a stop. All right, we're stretched. Independence on and in neutral. All right. Good to pull forward. Okay, I heard you blow the air, but I'm good on PCS, so I'm coming forward. If we can get forward without too much backdrop there, or whatever you call it. Go in the air again here. No. I mean, I actually did it in the sim a couple times. 2 cars. And I had like 9 engines on it. I still couldn't get... I waited too long to try to slow down and stop. As long as I was new at this. So... All right, that was good. So I'm coming on the independent in neutral. Should be getting slack back there. Come on, back 6. All right, coming back half dozen. All right, I'm just watching my speed here. I'm at 4.5. I want to keep an eye on this. Go ram into that thing. I'm going to try to get all these tankers in here if we can. Yeah, it's steep, man. That grade is crazy. I smoked my brakes. I had full air, full dynamics on like 7 or 8 engines. And I was full of rock. I went out there, you know, I loaded up all the hoppers full and I was like, oh shit, I got 4 cars. 2 cars. One more. That'll be good right there. Let me see. I'm going to try to tuck it back just a little bit more so we can peel 1 car off and move it over. Just a little bit, if I can get it. Comes the slack. Put a handbrake on the rear. Be fine right there. Yeah. Yep. Just a little bit too far. Okay. So let's take we had 6 cars there. And let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll start here. And we'll delete those. Put this back. Right there. Okay. Well, I had the handbrake on, you know, I had the handbrake on the rear end so that it wouldn't go crazy. And, yeah. Just went over too much. Wait, didn't I start this? Good thing it's not recorded or, you know, live on the interwebs or anything like that, right? All right, here we go again. We're going to try this one more time. How's that for a derail there, NM? You finally got your wish. Coming back. 11? I want to put that one car that you're on, one over. Oh, no, no. We got room. We got room. See. Let me do this. Let me do this. I didn't bleed it. Damn it. All right, I got to reconnect. I didn't bleed it first. I forgot because I just respawned the train. Well, the server crashed. The actual physical box didn't. I don't think that's gonna make it. I'm reading chat. All right, let's get this. Let's get this moving. Now we can get out of here. Let that go backwards. Should roll up. Should roll back enough to clear it. We'll look at it right now. All right, so now I'm coming forward. I'll be backing up here in a second. All we had was one too many. Coming on back. All right, it's all yours again. All right, now we're coming back 7. Now we should be good. Now we don't have to come all the way back here. Worry about it. What you could do is put a handbrake on that back one since it's kind of going downhill a little bit. And that way when I stop, the whole train will stop a little bit easier. So if you can, the one you're riding on, put a handbrake on and I'll just push a little bit harder if I need to. Down to 5. Handbrake on the rear. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three cars. Derail number 2 en route. I mean, I only needed like, 6 inches, and gave her a little more than that. It happens. I'm trying to give you one more. That handbrake is slowing me down, so that's good. I'm going to come up just a little bit more in speed. It should be about half or good. I just call that good right there. Okay. Here comes the slack out. All right. Right. The whole train had disappeared because one set of wheels falls off. Okay, you need some slack coming off on the brakes. All right, Nick, have a good night. Thanks for showing up. Sleep well. I'm trying to get you a little bit more slack here. A little bit more than that without pushing the cars too far. That should be good there, I hope. All right, you open the coupler and kind of pull forward a little bit. Good to pull forward. All right, back in the cab I go. CERN's fault. They opened a new dimension, grabbed the train, and hucked it in there. All right, we got one switch open there. I got a light in front of us. A little ways away, I guess. And then now we should be pretty light. Now we're 2.2, so we're gonna haul ass. New season of Stranger Things is the dimension, right? It's 1,600 feet, so we're feeling pretty good now. We're feeling a little light. Doing 11. I can get up to 15. Try to get 15 cars to the main line. Copy that. I'm gonna get the last car on the main line and stop so you can get back up here. Got 1,000 feet to go. What's that? Interpol. Interpol got him. NSA contacted Interpol and they go talk to this guy for me and have him watch what he says because it's classified information. 5 cars. Coming to a stop, 300. About 3 cars or so. 100 feet. You can't comment on that. Main line back to normal. Check the map. Everything looks good on the map. So we got a red light coming on. Let's take a look at our map real quick, see where we got next. We're going coming up on West Riverside. The next stop that we need to make is going to be Campion Lumber East. So it's between Chicago and Palmerita. So we're looking for, got another train coming at us. So Amtrak is that Metrolink station. That's right there at that 10, milepost 10. So High Grove's too far, so we're going to need to get here. And go to our signal up here first. Check to make sure our conductor's back. He's not yet. There he is. Came in the cab. Well, it's the men dressed in black. They aren't actually bad guys. Those are probably salesmen. The ones that come to your door, they're not dressed as anything. You won't even see them. They'll just be standing behind you. Like, whoa, where'd you come from? Okay, now we're gonna get going here. Couplers look good. Track speed should be, we got a reduction in 0.8, fine. But we also have our signal coming up, and the next signal, it's going to be right around the corner, so we're going to make a right and then a left. They came on bicycles. Offer them a soda. If they drink soda, then they're not Mormon. The Jehovah's Witnesses. That would be like a Pepsi or Coke or a Pop, depending on how you pronounce it wherever you're at. Coke. Well, I'm on the Mateo Community Run 8 server. Link is down below in the Discord. Or the link for the Discord is down below. We do require you to pass a skills check before you're allowed on the server, and it's just a very simple safety check that you know how to operate train very simply and effectively. You know how to retag things. There is a video I have on my channel called Run 8 Basic Handling Guide. It is not the skills check itself, but it is some very simple things that we are kind of looking for. So if you have Run 8 and you're interested in joining us in multiplayer, check out that video. Now that will show you some of the things we're looking for when we do a skills check. Join a Discord or join the Mateo Discord. Let them know that you're interested in joining the server, and let us know what time frame and what time zone you're available. And if somebody is available, we'll get a check ride done for you. We have you stream it in your Discord on your own single player, and we watch what you do and then talk to you. For me, I personally just walk you through. I explain things to you. I'll know. Most of us know in the first couple minutes if you know enough, and we'll tell you a lot of things while we're going through it. So it's very relaxed. The server is a learning. We like to call it like a learning server. You can make mistakes here as long as they're not egregious. As long as they don't purposely try to destroy things. Like I just had a train delete on me, you know, because I rolled past where I wanted to. It's okay. You can't spawn trains, only yard masters can. But I wouldn't have taken that chance also if I didn't have the copy of the train. So those of you guys who watch me all the time, you finally got to see me make one disappear. It's the second time it's happened on this server. Live, anyways. But yeah, the mistakes are okay. It's just, you know, if you learn from them, that's what we're looking for. I do run on the Depot Plus as well, so that one is a little less forgiving, but it's also really not that big of a deal. So if you you guys are interested in joining the depot as well, you guys know all the links are down below. You guys know what to do. They each have their own requirements. And this is what I call the Mateo Community Server is my home. I do play on Depot Plus, but I like, there's less, I don't know if there's less people. There's a lot of people on both servers. All right, so we got a train passing us here. Like a unit train. But I have enough hours on the Depot Plus to be able to do pretty much all this as well, so. The only thing I might be shy of a few minutes on is dispatching, and I'm not really interested in dispatching anyways. Dispatching is the last thing required to have the hours. You gotta have to have 50 hours. Maybe it's 150 hours. I don't remember. Gotta be 100. Yeah, there's been a lot of change over there. There's you know, the Operations Center. I do have videos down below, live streams, and some videos of me playing on there. I just did one the other day, but it's a little short one. I didn't really show the Operations Center or anything like that. But I have done a few captures of me playing on the Depot Plus, showing the Operations Center and how all that works as well. All right, that's not my red signal there, but yes, it is. Is it on my side? I hate this curve. So that signal over there is for the UP. That is for this main, and mine is right here behind the tree. But let's wait till we see the signal here before we go flying by it. Aha. Red lights. All right, let's call and let's see if we can get a tone them up, see if we can get. All right, he gave me acknowledgement. And I got a signal as I'm coming on. So I see I didn't have to stop, which is good. Signal indication for ATSF 5637. Here's my crossover. One day soon here coming up, I actually may be part of a train crew out of West Colton. That is something that currently in progress, and I will give more information as I can when I can. So I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays. I stream. I play Super Mega Baseball with custom teams, friends and family, and a bunch of teams. Yeah, UP West Colton, and at 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Those live streams I do. Push them off to YouTube the following Friday, so they come here in my channel. Simulator Sunday is what I call this, and predominantly I stream Run 8. But it is Simulator Sunday, so I could pick a different simulator. I've tried doing Flight Simulator before, but it doesn't seem to be that popular. This is definitely popular, so thank you guys who watch me every week. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I'm able to provide entertainment for those who come back and continue to watch. Let me see where we're at in the map here. We're here. Should be getting a signal up pretty soon. If we look here at the map, so I said somewhere in this area, I don't know exactly because it was on the, we're passing, so the Metro Link we just passed now. We got a couple crossings. We're gonna go to Champion Lumber East, and then RHS is the last spot, so. Our little adventure's almost done here. But, I mean, we got several miles left to go here. You know, I do have not only Farm Sim 22, I have my own server that I locally host. Not just when I'm playing, but it is on all the time. And I'm running a Nebraska map. I think it's called Green River, Green Valley, or something like that. It's a fun map. And me and Baseman and Arco have already been on it. Several. I don't know how many hours you've already been on it. A lot. Just doing contracts. I don't even own any fields on it right now because there's no reason, because I get all the contracts to do stuff. So, I mean, that could be something that I end up streaming one day. Me and NM have played together on Farm Sim quite a few times. I think that's how we first like met in voice. Anyways, in virtualness. Our ones and zeros are combined. And not in that way. I know what you're thinking. Because I was thinking the same thing. All right, so those buildings up there, see, I don't know. We're getting close. It's somewhere around Spruce. No, it's after Spruce. So Spruce and then Chicago is in the in my neighborhood. You plowed his grass field up. Hey, you don't have 22, but I was telling like I got rock and everything. That game. But that sim, I think it was like 14 bucks. We went to that deals, gg.deals, and typed in Farm Sim 22, and it was like, well, maybe it was like 12 bucks or something. I don't remember. And then I think I only got like 30 mods or something, just quality of life stuff. Not a couple tractors, couple other things, but mostly the basic quality of life stuff. So here's Spruce. The next level crossing is going to be Chicago, and after that, before the following crossing, we're looking for Champion. Yeah, I just got it for Rock about a month ago now. I don't even think he's even installed it yet. He hasn't been around much. I talked to him earlier before I went live, but and then Rise has it as well. Rise played it once. He's loved running around next to the harvester, just collecting all the grain and everything from the harvester. Pleasant Valley, yeah, I think I played it for a minute. I forgot the name of the one. I was trying to think of the one I was playing. West Texas was the one I loved for 19 the most. Love me some West Texas. I don't remember if the pivots moved or not. Remember NM harvesting around the pivots. Cotton. Weren't we harvesting cotton on that one? It took like 2 hours because the field was so flipping big. On 22, well, I think you could on 19 too. All right, dispatch is releasing us here because we're coming up on Chicago anyways. But Poolan and I ended up, we tried to take a potato job on oh my God, it was like 1,000-acre field or something like that. It was potatoes. And we grabbed the little potato harvesters. We ended up drawing dicks and balls and in the field and stuff, because we're like, I am this frickin' 4 foot wide harvesting head, and you want me to do 1,000 some acres? Are you crazy? We were angry. Okay, we ended up setting that field on fire. You know, and that's what we do all the time is we'll cut grass and just bale it. So, you know, and then as for harvesting corn or wheat, it's not corn, it's wheat or straw, you know, you get straw out of it. What's the other? I think it is corn. We end up baling up the remains of that. I use an auto loader to pick it up, though. There's no way I'm going around picking up one stack at a time. I just drive around in a semi truck and it just automatically appears, picks them all up. All right, Nick, coming up on our not quite our final stop, second to last stop here. Champion Lumber East, not this one right here, but the one right after we're going to be backing into. So there is a siding ahead of us. I'll get the. Well, am I pulling in that siding? Yeah. It's at, well, no. TLE doesn't have a siding after it. It's after RHS. Okay. And the reason I'm going to pull into the siding after RHS is because we may have too many cars for RHS. Maybe not, but maybe. We'll have to see what we got after we drop off these right here. That should hold cars that we have, I hope. CLE. If not, we'll pull the extras with us. Put them in the siding down here. Marita. Yeah, I got a countdown going for 1,500. Well, 1,600. Feet. So some maps, you know, they have the trains that drive around, but then they stop and pick up stuff at the offload silos. That's pretty cool. But yeah, if they had it set up, I mean, could you imagine making a game that combined both of these things? Like you can do farm sim, but then 11 cars. Do farm sim, but then you can actually jump in the train and do this with them and deliver to the, you know, pick up and deliver somewhere else. Be big maps, so could you imagine the size of the maps farm sim would have to be to do that? And we're still good. We're still within my block. About 50 now to go. About 4 cars or so, I'd say. Now he calls for, or he probably did it right as I said it. And I think the cars are what, 80 feet or something. I'm not exactly sure. No, they'd have to be more. 48, 48. Gotta be 100 feet. You can hold two 50s, 53s. I came out the gas too much with 100 feet to go. Sorry about that. Now I'm gonna die out on my speed here. I'm going 1.2 up. That guy's going around the crossings. Look at that. I ain't waiting. All right, that should be good right there. Let me go in the air here. All right, we're coming back. Turn on these so I know which cars are coming off. Coming back 5. How many of these? Okay, we can fit them all in here then, because that's the last one right there. Three cars. Two cars. Not sure why they're crossing. I hear the crossing in my other ear going off. One car. On the brakes. Good right there. Yep, I got all my custom sounds off the enhancement Discord. Got some handbrakes set. Open a coupler. Coming forward. Coming on forward. The enhancement Discord. Links down in the description below. All right, so we're pulling forward here. Probably just ride the back, if you will, to the next switch, because it's just right here. After you close that one, we'll just go at a trot here. And those people are going to be pissed. Switch set for normal. He's going to ride the back and get it going a little bit quicker here now he's on. It might be. I have a siding up here though. that we can put the extras on. That's what I was going to do. I was going to get up here and close this or open this switch real quick. I took care of that switch, so I had to jump out real quick. You saw that, so. No, I don't think I got the counter, but that's fine because I can see. So whatever cars don't fit in here, we'll put on this siding. And then we can always swap them out later, because this is where the engines are going to sit anyways. This is the end of the line for R-CAL0171. He gave me a 4-car count about a car ago. Try to keep our speed above 4. Got 2 cars left. Get a little bit more going on that. One more. Should be good right there. Reverse. Bells on. Coming back for 25. BNSF engineer a few years ago that instead of following the 2 long and 1 short, 1 long pattern, each crossing would just get on the horn instead all the way through town all night. Did he get in trouble because he didn't actually follow the procedure? Oh, we can fit all these in here because you got both sides of the yard. Don't we? Yeah, RHS is this whole place. We got all of this. Got 10 more cars to go. Bringing the speed down here. 4 cars. Two cars. For waking people up, so we had in trouble for, right? But I mean, I thought there was there's one more. We can probably go back a little bit more than one, maybe 2 more cars back. So yeah, there's because the FRT came up with that rule: the 2 long, 1 short, 1 long, or the NTSB. One of them did. I'm going to push her back just a little bit more. Actually, we're good. Cut wherever you want. Coming to a stop. All right, on the 3. Put this switch back to mainline. Back to mainline. We'll leave this one open for us. So we're going to have to pull out a little bit to get these cars and back up. Need some slack, okay? Coming back with slack. Oh, okay. Okay, coming on back. All right, we got the switch behind us. The light is dim. Better stop. Better slow down. Doing 15. Five cars. I could stop now. Okay, well, we finished up. We got everything offloaded that we want to. So that's going to end it right here. Simulator Sundays. Appreciate everybody coming out. Hope you have a great week. And we're going to be back on Wednesday night on Twitch for some simulator, or not Simulator Sunday. That'll be Beer Keggers. We're in the playoffs. So that's always fun. So he's going to have me pull forward here in a minute. And I'm just going to shut these down and leave them here. I think he's going to... You can see the angle cocks, but I didn't see the other thing, so... But as soon as he gives me a thing, we're going to get out of here and cool off. So I appreciate, again, everybody showing up, and... we need some slack, so I'll give him some slack. I'm going to do this while I'm talking to you guys on the way out. I got a PCS. Okay. Why is that? So yeah, we're going to end it here, and thanks, guys. We will see you next week on Sunday, Simulator Sunday. You guys have a great week. Stay cool. See you on Wednesday on Twitch if you show up. 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one, everybody.